to decorate for the holiday season on a budget? You know, maybe some staple items that you recommend that aren't overly expensive or extravagant.
Well, I think the key to decorating for the holidays for me, and I get asked that a lot, how do I do it? How do I make get the biggest bang for my buck? And I think it's about ease and elegance. I love that combination together. First and foremost, I always start with color. And it's whether we're talking about a table setting, or it could be a hallway or a console table when you first walk in, because you want that impact, you know, when your guests first arrive. Or if you're decorating a fireplace mantle, color is key, and it can be really simple. You know, a simple idea like taking ordinary hurricane glass vessels, you know, that you typically would have a candle in, but filling them with cranberries. It's that repetition of just one simple, in this case, a cranberry, a natural element that gives you that wonderful grounding of color. Then I love to work with texture, and texture is really easy around the holidays because it's simple, everyday greenery, whether it's cedar boughs, fir, pine, just layering in this particular case we're dealing with a table setting, but layering in those boughs just, you know, really casually underneath this grouping of cranberries and the hurricanes, that gives you that texture. So we've got the color, we've got the texture, and then if you watched me on television for years, you know I have a thing for lighting, and that's no different around the holidays. But I'm not talking about what I usually do, you know, install a whole bunch of recessed, you know, expensive lighting, or going out and getting, you know, new crystal chandeliers. It's so simple around the holidays. I love to work in lighting, but lighting and reflectance, and that's so easy at the holidays because we've got, in a table setting, you've got your silverware or polished chrome. You know, here on this table setting, we're working with mercury glass and a metallic charger, and just the idea of candles. That's that source of light, simply lighting a candle, that reflectance on all of those metallic items nestled against the natural items, the texture of the greens, the color of the berries. That's what really makes it something special. In this case, those candles take it even one step further because they're scented candles, part of a holiday, special edition holiday campaign with Febreze. These beautiful cranberry frost candles. It just brings this beautiful aroma into the room. And particularly important, I think, if you have a setting at the front door. So you open the door and right away, you know, friends and family and guests, you know, they have that incredible scent in the air. So they're already, you know, engaging the senses. It may not be visually, or it's a visual sense, but combined with this incredible scent. And again, they're all, you know, cheap and cheerful ideas. You're not breaking the bank here.
Yeah, and I think, like you hit it on the head, layering between, you know, the Febreze scent, the candles, the pine, cranberry, a lot of that stuff can be picked up really inexpensively, which is really what my readers tend to focus on and are really looking for the holiday, but they don't want to sacrifice maybe the look or have something, you know, cheap looking or really inexpensive. So I love those ideas.
Well, especially around the holidays, when people think of the holidays, everybody has their own set of, you know, memories. Whether it's the smell of sugar cookies, and, you know, again, we've got a scent that evokes that smell as well. I mean, it's pretty magical that you can just light a candle and have that feeling. And you know, that's something under $5. You've got this incredible sensory explosion, visual. You know, the beautiful glitter of candles, and then this aroma as well.
Perfect. Okay. Now, for the folks who really like doing something different each year and mixing it up, is there a current color palette or accent color that's trending this holiday season?
Well, if you look at the color marketing board, their colors for this year, their big color is a very dark, rich navy blue. And they do all of this this research into why, and I mean, it's a very stable color, and I think in these times, people are looking to that. But when you want to bring it into the holidays, I love that blue paired with something that really gives you a pop, something that's a little bit unexpected, like an apricot in that blue. Again, always with a metallic. Whether it's a silver or a gold, both those metallic tones really gravitate really easily to those colors. Or something like a mercury glass is so perfect because it's silver, but it has undertones of gold, so you really can't go wrong when you pick up those sorts of items. But
that's wonderful.
But that blue with an apricot, and again, mixed in with just some simple greens. And again, I think it's about simplicity. At this time of year, we're always a little bit stretched for time. And, I'm a busy working mom. I get it. I've got a 6 and a 9-year-old. And it's about, really trying to, create a look that is easy, it's elegant, it's carefree, it doesn't take a lot of time, a lot of impact for your effort.
Well, especially with that color combination, it's so unexpected during the holidays, but it can be so festive.
Well, and it's got there's a classic element to it as well, but it's still fresh. And I think you've got to really think about contrast. When you have a color that dark, you really have to add the contrast. And the contrast comes with a color that's on the opposite side of the color wheel and things like that when you get into the color theory. But, go for apricot. But mixed in with the greens, that's what makes it classic, yet very current.
Oh, great. Okay. And my next question, you kind of already touched upon. I was wondering, what are some centerpiece ideas that you can use but adapt year-round? So you mentioned the hurricane. So if my readers invest in one of those, it's something they can keep up through the holidays and just kind of change stuff out throughout the year.
I love these. I love this idea of a hurricane, and I try to get the ones that have a lid on them as well. For my kids, during the year, I fill them with Cheerios and cereal, breakfast cereal, and they sit on an open shelf. But then at Christmas time, that's when they can get filled with something as simple as some ordinary plastic Christmas balls. If we've just come back from a vacation, throw the shells and the starfish in there. Some simple pebbles, during the summer if you want to sort of mix it up as a seasonal type of a display, but that kind of a initial purchase takes you real far.
Okay, that's a great tip. I really like the idea of reusing stuff. So you invest so much money that you kind of get it back in your year-round display. And half of them, the hurricanes are so pretty anyway.
Well, and it's that idea of, I think back in the day, everybody had their, and there are, very seasonal decorations that need to be stored away, but I like the idea of having them out all the time. I don't have a lot of space to store all this stuff, so I just want to be able to take what I have and with, a few simple ideas, be able to make it something that's of the moment, but that I don't have to pack away at the end of the holidays.
Perfect. Okay, I just have one last question for you. Where is a good place for theDealyo.com readers to go for more of the Candice Olson design tips?
There are a ton of ideas ranging from tabletop ideas for the holidays to mantle ideas to small little vignette ideas. If they go to www.walmart.com/Febreze, you'll see a whole bunch of ideas that you can incorporate into the home for the holidays.
Perfect. Candice, thank you so much for taking time to speak with me today. I really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to adapting a lot of these tips in my own home.
Good stuff. Thanks, Darcy.
Thanks, Candice.
Cheers.